What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another full card breakdown. This is for UFC 298, Volkanovski versus Topuria, and this is going to be an excellent fight card. It's got a ton of great fights on it. It's got a ton of veteran fights on it. That main event's going to be awesome. Co-main event, all the way up the main card. You know, you got Merab versus Cejudo. There's a lot of good fights in this card. I'm really looking forward to it. And there's some really good betting spots. And speaking of betting spots, let's do a quick recap of UFC Vegas 86, where I went 3-2 on my bets for plus 4.05 units. We are back in the winning column. It took some sharp bets on this card to get that. Went against a lot of people's opinions, and it came through for me. So I'm super happy about that. Super happy to get back in the winning ways. My first winning bet was Max Griffin at plus 160. Won 4 units on him, and that was a very close fight. I thought he stole the first round right at the end when he landed a takedown and actually got some ground and pound, where when Wells landed a takedown, he didn't really do anything with it. And then Hermanson Jack, the Joker, brought us both back to life, man. He let me know we both still got it. Fight went literally exactly how I broke it down, man. Hermanson was durable enough to take them shots and then took over, you know, at the end of the second for the rest of the fight. Joe Pyfer just needs a little more seasoning. You know what I mean? He needs to go through some 5-round fights with dudes that aren't as well-rounded and durable as Jack Hermanson. Third winning bet was Dan Ige, man. Them hands are sick. They're fast. They're powerful. And Feely just could not take it. 2 losing bets, man. Michael Johnson under 1.5 with Flowers. And Flowers didn't fight. You know what I mean? Flowers did not fight. He didn't even start throwing punches till the 3rd round. So that was bad. And then Petrosian versus Vera, man. Petrosian gets choked out with 12 seconds left in the 1st round. Shout out to people that backed Vera in the 1st round sub. You really did your thing. So, yeah, man, that brings my, so 3-2 plus 4.05 units. That brings my 2024 record to 8-12 for minus 21.2 units. But we're getting that back every single week. By the end of this 10-week stretch, I will be positive units. We know the truth. Everybody knows what time it is that really knows how to bet fights, man. I had 2 bad weeks, but that cannot take away from the 2.5 years of sharp bets that I've showed you guys. And even this week, man, Jackie brought me back. I needed that. So that brings my overall record to 308 and 227 for plus 99.75 units and or 97.75 units. And we're gonna bring that up. Like I said, man, I'm gonna get out of this negative units. You know, Blood Money MMA Bets, it's not doing no type of negative units at all. So I really appreciate everybody, you know, that stuck with me through all this stuff, through all the good times, the bad times these last couple of weeks, but we're back and it's going to be going good. So everybody, man, please hit that like and subscribe button. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't, if you want to get my bets, my picks, everything early in the week. This is where you want to be. If not, follow me on Twitter. All these links are in my description too, but follow me on Twitter or Instagram. That's where I post my bets throughout the week, the bet slips, my reasoning, all that. Shout out to facemeatfist.com. That's where you're going to go to get this sweet Blood Money gear. Look at how clean that is. I mean, come on. The white, clean. So Blood Money, go to facemeatfist.com. The link's in my description. Go under sponsor. The whole link's in my description to take you straight to the Blood Money stuff. But there's tons of cool stuff on this site, man. The Face Me Fist gear is cool. Johnny K Picks got some stuff up there. We're about to have Defend Your Unit stuff. It's clean, man. It's clean. So check that out if you want to. And speaking of that, I want to shout out a couple people that grabbed a couple of my shirts real quick. We got let's see, right here. We got my boy Derek Izzy, man. I really appreciate let's see. I'm not very good at this, as everybody knows. Let's see. There's my boy Derek Izzy with the shirt, man. Came through big for me. He's always hooking it up. I appreciate Derek. Then we got my boy Tavi, man. What's up? Look at that shirt, looking good. Love the Jesus piece, man. Shout out to Tavi. And then we got Vitek, man, doing his thing, getting the Blood Money shirt, man. I really appreciate you guys going through the stuff, you know, and just supporting your boy like that. I really appreciate it. So shout out to you guys. The Patreon is still going. It's up and running. It's $10 a month. That's where you're going to go. It's the Layer Cake Patreon. That's where you're going to go to get your early bets, beat that line movement with me. You're going to get your 10 best bets of the week, some prop bets, Layer Cake Parlay. It's not been doing the greatest this year, but last week I gave out the Jack Hermanson by decision at plus 1,000 on the prop bets, so that was nice. But yeah, man, if you guys just want to support the channel, just, you know, for all the work and everything put in, man, that's the way to do it. But since I really appreciate everybody that always supports me and does everything for me, man, I want to do a nice giveaway this week for UFC 298. And it's just a little giveaway, but it's something nice. It's the same thing. Put in your best 3-fight parlay with the odds that it pays. And if you hit it and you got the best odds, you're going to win. If anybody ties, we'll go to the person that puts it in first. But 3-fight parlay, put the odds so I know what's up. And then you get a chance to win these. I'll send them anywhere in the world. We got a Merab Dvalishvili autograph card. That card's sick. I'm a huge fan of Merab. We got a Chris Curtis autograph rookie card, man. Shout out Chris Curtis. We got Ian the Cut Garry nice rookie card, man. Disco Prism rookie card. He's on the card. And then I threw these couple extra in just for the fun of it. We got a Terrence McKinney hyper rookie. Shout out to Terrence McKinney. And then an Anthony Fluffy Hernandez silver refractor rookie. So these 5 cards will be for the giveaway this week. Like I said, I'll ship anywhere in the world. Just put your best 3-fight parlay with the odds that it pays. If you hit it and you got the best odds, you're gonna get the win. Appreciate everybody, man, for sticking with me through them 2 bad weeks. And if you were smart, you did that, and you knew that last week was the week to pound the lines. And this is a pay-per-view, so it's time for Mr. Pay-Per-View to show up, man, and get us some bets. And I already got some good bets in on this, but we're gonna have 5 solid bets, period, man. So let's get right into this this UFC card. First fight that I have on my stuff is going to be Rinya Nakamura versus Carlos Vera. And this is going to be a great fight at bantamweight. We got Rinya Nakamura, who's 8-0, currently sitting at minus 850, 28 years old, 5'7", with a 68-inch reach. Carlos Vera is 11-3, currently sitting at plus 540, 36 years old, 5'6", with a 69.5-inch reach. And I'm going to be doing kind of like a quick picks breakdown on these ones. I'm going to do it kind of quick, got a 54-minute video. I'm going to do it quicker this time. Taking Rinya Nakamura, man. This kid is one of the best prospects in the game, especially at these lighter weights. Him and Tatsuro, man, 2 savages coming out of Japan. He's a world freestyle world champ for the under 21s. Phenomenal wrestling, phenomenal striking, punches, throws with power, straight left. He'll knock people out, right, everything. Just a super, super explosive, fast fighter. He showed last fight he had 3 rounds of cardio. Carlos Vera isn't bad, but he doesn't have anything to offer Nakamura here. He's not really a crazy, dangerous striker, and he's got decent grappling. He trains with Ryan Hall, and but he's not going to get Rinya Nakamura, man. Nakamura showed phenomenal jiu-jitsu, ground and pound, everything. I'm taking Rinya Nakamura, and I'm taking him to get this fight done inside the distance. Next fight is going to be a good fight. We got Josh Quinlan versus Danny Barlow. Josh Quinlan 6-1, currently sitting at plus 155, 31 years old, 6 foot with a 72-inch reach. Danny Barlow is 7-0, currently sitting at minus 180, 28 years old, 6'2", with the 80-inch reach. So you see Danny Barlow, tall and long, 2 inches of height, 8 inches of reach. And in this fight, you might not like it, but I'm taking Josh Quinlan, man. This kid has power in both hands, and he's got pretty good wrestling, and then he's got really good jiu-jitsu. Danny Barlow, left hand to God, does have phenomenal power in his left hand, but that's all I see him throwing. That's all he does is try to line that left hand up. He's like Joe Piper without the wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Tries to line the left hand up, and if that's not going to work, he's in for tough fights. I'll tell you right now, if you go watch his fight with right here, Dustin DePuma, you will see, and that was just a year and a half ago, man. You'll see that this kid, this guy, Danny Barlow, doesn't have the best grappling. He doesn't have the best jiu-jitsu, all that. He's just got that left hand, man. I think Josh Quinlan can get away from the left hand. I honestly think Josh Quinlan's going to take down Danny Barlow and choke him out from what I see. And I'll post a little video here in a minute on Twitter so you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, I'm taking Josh Quinlan here. I think he can stay out of the power. I think he gets the takedown. I think he gets a submission. He's a pretty high level black belt. I don't think Danny Barlow has a ground game. I really don't think he has a ground game. If you can show me some fights where he did good on the ground, I'll take it. But I watched the one against Tapuma, man, and he almost got choked out in the first round, got taken down, got his back taken, wasn't even fighting the hands, and got out of it because the other guy wasn't very good. But I'm taking Josh Quinlan in that fight. Next fight is in the men's welterweight division. We got Val Woodburn versus Oban Elliot. Val Woodburn is 7-1, currently sitting at plus 235, 30 years old, 5'8", with a Reese not available. Oban is 9-2, currently sitting at minus 290, 26 years old, 6 foot to 72-inch reach. So you see Oban's going to be about 4 inches taller, and the reach should be around the same. Yeah, man, this is going to be a really good fight. I watched the tape. I kind of wanted to, I don't really like Oban. I didn't like him at the Contender Series. I wanted to find a reason to pick Woodburn, but I got to take Oban, man. He's going to have the better, crisper, straighter striking, in my opinion. And then, I mean, I think he's going to have the better grappling. He has pretty good wrestling. He has pretty good cardio. And if anything gets murky on the feet, he's able to take the fight to the ground. Now, Val Woodburn, he does seem pretty well-rounded, and he doesn't get tired for being as big as he is, but I don't think he can take the best shot. And I just don't think that there's really too many spots in this fight he's going to win, man. He's not really a one-punch knockout guy too much. So give me Oban Elliott, but I'm really not super confident on that. Next fight is going to be a banger in the men's 205-pound division. We got Mingyang Zhang versus Brendson Ribeiro. And this fight's going to be a banger, man. Both of these guys have finished all of their wins, and both of them have been finished a ton. Ribeiro's been finished 4 times, and Zhang's been finished 5 times, and they both finished all of their wins. So I'm going to want to bet the under 1.5. All their fights finish in the first or second round. They throw power from the beginning. In this fight, I'm going to take Ribeiro by KO. I don't like Zhang's opponents. I don't like how hittable he is. But Ribeiro also, man, he can get hit and get hurt and drop. So I'm not going to be betting a side in this fight. Like I said, I'm taking Ribeiro. I do like his size advantage. He's going to be 1 inch taller with 6 inches of reach. And I think he's going to have a better ground game too. So give me Ribeiro to survive some big shots. Both these dudes are going to be throwing back and forth. And then when it goes to the ground, I think Ribeiro's got crazy ground and pound. He's going to get this done. Either way it goes, I think it's done in under 1.5 rounds for sure. Next fight is in the women's flyweight division. We got Andrea Lee versus Miranda Maverick. Andrea Lee is 13-8, currently sitting at plus 170, 35 years old, 5'6", with a 69.5-inch reach. Miranda Maverick is 12-5, currently sitting at minus 205, 26 years old, 5'3", at the 65.5-inch reach. So you see Andrea Lee is 3 inches taller with 4 inches of reach, but she's also 9 years older. This is going to be a good fight. It's going to be a pretty close fight, man. I just don't know if Miranda's going to be able to dominate the wrestling and all that. I'm going to take Miranda by decision because I think that Andrea Lee has better striking, but it's not like that much crazy better, and she's not super dangerous. And then when it gets to the ground, man, I just think Miranda's going to be the one on top here. But I'm not sold on it because you've seen what Andrea Lee was able to do against like Macy Barber just like a year and a half ago. It seemed like she won that fight. That was less than a year ago. So you see, she's still got it. She's tough, and if she can stop the wrestling of Maverick, she's definitely going to win this fight. I'm staying away from female fights for a little while. Next fight is in the women's strawweight division. We got Amanda Lemos versus Mackenzie Dern. Amanda Lemos is 13-3-1, currently sitting at minus 135. She's 5'4" with a 65-inch reach. Mackenzie Dern is 13-4. 30 years old, 5'4" with a 63-inch reach. So you see Lemos has 2 inches of reach, and Lemos is 6 years older. This is going to be a good fight. It's obviously a style matchup. You got Lemos, the striker, versus Mackenzie Dern, the grappler. Mackenzie Dern's coming in on short notice here, and I'm going to take Amanda Lemos, man. It's going to be a little greasy because I think Lemos, she's going to be able to keep this fight standing for at least the first 2 rounds where she can land the bigger shots and possibly get Mackenzie Dern out. I'm actually leaning her getting Mackenzie Dern out after seeing what Andrade was able to do. But then, you watch Dern against when she fought Shannon Yan, she was able to land some takedowns in that fight. She did decent in the striking. She went 5 hard rounds and lost the majority decision there. So it's very hard to bet these girls right here because you really never know what's going to happen. Amanda Lemos could throw a front kick up the middle. She's got excellent power in her hands, which I think she's going to use to hurt Dern. But if she slips or does anything at any time, and Dern capitalizes on the mistake, man, this fight could be over. And then another thing that worries me is Lemos could be beating her up the first and the second round, and then in the third round slow down a little bit because she slowed down against like Angela Hill and a couple other fights. And then if Mackenzie Dern, man, is able to land a takedown and wear on her, because Mackenzie Dern, one thing, she does have toughness, she does have cardio, and she does have heart. So I'm going to take Lemos. I'm going to say Lemos actually knocks her out, but I'm not betting that fight, and I wouldn't be surprised if Dern somehow finds a way to get the fight to the ground and gets the win. Next fight is in the men's heavyweight division. We got Rogerio de Lima versus Justin Tafa. Rogerio de Lima is 21-9-1, currently sitting at minus 150, 6-1 with the 75-inch reach. Tafa is 7-3, 30 years old, currently sitting at plus 125, 6 foot with the 74-inch reach. So everything's about the same. Marcos is 1 inch taller with 1 inch of reach. But man, in this fight, I got to go with Rogerio de Lima. He's the better fighter. I think he's better everywhere other than just that one-shot knockout power with the left hand. But he's been so durable his whole career. Before that last Derek Lewis knockout, he'd only been knocked out one time in his career, and that was way back in the day. He has good, high striking defense, and he's durable. He can take a punch, and he can give a punch. I think the biggest things here are going to be that Justin Tafa only has 1 round of cardio, and that Justin Tafa can't stop the leg kicks, and I don't think he's going to be able to stop the grappling. Bare minimum, De Lima's going to be able to wear up on him up against the cage. And if he can't land a takedown, he's still going to wear out on him up against the cage, take some of his punches away. And if you watch Justin Tafa by the second round, like against Carlos Felipe and against Jared Vanderaa, the fights he lost, he had nothing for him after the first round. His power was gone. He was backing up, getting beat up. And I think Rogerio de Lima is going to use the cardio, grappling, and the leg kicks and solid striking defense to get this win. I don't know if he finishes him because Tafa's pretty tough, and de Lima will take what he can get to get the win, but give me de Lima, man. Next fight is going to be so fun to watch. We got Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov. Kopylov coming in on slightly short notice. They were supposed to fight earlier last year, though. Fluffy Hernandez is 11-2, currently sitting at minus 180, 30 years old, 6 foot with a 75-inch reach. Roman Kopylov, 12-2. Currently sitting at plus 150, 32 years old, 6 foot with the 75-inch reach. And man, this is another tough fight to call. I think a lot of people think it's going to be an easy fight, but I don't think it will be. I'm taking Fluffy Hernandez here just because of the grappling upside, and his striking's been looking a little better, but he's not going to be able to fully strike with Kopylov. Kopylov has phenomenal kickboxing, southpaw kickboxing, man. Everything he hits with is power, and he's accurate as hell. Has really good takedown defense. My only problem with him, because he's going to be able to stop the first levels of some of Hernandez's takedowns. My only problem with Kopylov is on the ground. He is terrible off his back. He has no get-up game. He has no jiu-jitsu. He obviously has some good wrestling and some good striking, but once it gets to the ground, it's like the dude never trained jiu-jitsu. He got choked out by Carl Robertson in his first UFC fight back in the day. And granted, he's gotten way better since then, but his jiu-jitsu has not. So give me Anthony Hernandez, but I'm not going to be betting that. I also like the under in that fight because I think it's either Kopylov is going to have to knock him out. I'll tell you one thing, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez cannot take a body shot. Kevin Holland knocked him out with a body shot, and freaking Marcus Perez beat him with a body shot. He ended up beating him, like choking him or KOing after that, but the whole main thing was the body shot. So if Kopylov hits him with a big body shot and our boy Hernandez goes down, I would not be shocked. Next fight is in the men's welterweight division. We got Geoff Neal versus Ian Machado Garry. Geoff Neal is 15-5, currently sitting at plus 195, 33 years old, 5'11 with a 75-inch reach. Ian Garry is 13-0, currently sitting at minus 245, 26 years old, 6'3 with a 74-inch reach. So you see Garry is 7 years younger, 4 inches taller, but Neal will have a 1-inch reach. And dang, this fight's going to be really good, man. Geoff Neal, obviously, you know that he has phenomenal boxing, excellent power, southpaw, excellent takedown defense, good left head kick, and just very durable. And he just hits you with straight shots. And he's going to be in there with you for all 3 rounds. Garry, excellent kickboxing, long southpaw kickboxing, throws, excellent movements, excellent feints. His leg kicks look phenomenal against Geoff Neal. He's actually not, he's right-handed. I don't know why I said southpaw, but his leg kicks won't be there as much against Geoff Neal because Geoff Neal's southpaw, you know, even his jab won't be working as good. So that's a lot of things that's going to be taken away in this fight. I think this is going to be an excellent fight that these dudes are going to strike. And I'm actually going to take Geoff Neal in this fight. I probably won't have a bet on it, but just the fact that he can crowd Garry and use his boxing to hurt Garry. We've seen Garry get hurt before. But the second thing is Garry, he has all that movement, excellent leg kicks and all that stuff in the first round. He's very good. But by the second round, he usually starts slowing down a little bit and standing more in front of his guys. And he's going to have to fight Geoff Neal. And I don't like the lines here. I don't like where Ian Machado Garry's head's been at. Geoff Neal's a super tough opponent. You've seen what he did to Vicente Luque. You've seen what he almost did to Shavkat. Like, I don't think he should be this big of an underdog versus Ian Machado Garry, because I think Shavkat's better than Garry. Like, Gary's not getting in a dogfight and choking Geoff Neal out in the third round standing up. I can guarantee you that. And that fight was a dogfight. And Geoff Neal was a little bit like fat that fight. I don't know what happened, if he took it on short notice, what happened, I can't remember, but he was thick. So give me Geoff Neal in this fight, but it's going to be a good one. Next fight is in the men's 135-pound division. We got Merab Dvalishvili versus Henry Cejudo. Merab is 16-4, currently sitting at -190, 33 years old, 5'6", with a 68-inch reach. Henry is 16-3, currently sitting at +160, 37 years old, 5'4" with a 67.5-inch reach. So you see, Merab is 4 years younger, 2 inches taller with a half an inch of reach. I don't think Merab's ever had a size advantage. Well, he fought John Dodson, so he did. But that's going to be big in this fight, in my opinion. I'm going with Merab in this fight. I think what he showed against Petr Yan with his striking is crazy. And then being able to mix in the grappling, the clinch, and then just the cardio. Like, Henry Triple C obviously is phenomenal. He's got good wrestling. I don't think Merab's just going to be able to take him down and hold him down by any means, but he's going to keep taking the shots. He's going to keep chain wrestling. He's going to keep pushing Henry up against the fence. His leg kicks against Petr Yan, man, that really hurt Yan and changed that fight, were crazy. And I just think Cejudo looked a little slower, not as good against Aljo. Like, his striking didn't look as good. Nothing, and he's 37 years old. He's got like one win in the last like 4 years. He's only got one fight in 4 years. You know what I mean? The guy gave up the prime of his life, and Merab's been out here grinding, beating Jose Aldo, beating Petr Yan. Nobody's ever beat Petr Yan without it being like a grimy split decision. Merab beat him for 5 rounds, beat him down, and had him shook at the end of the round. Merab went to go shake his hand, and Petr Yan's like, moving around. So, dude, I'm taking Merab here. I think Merab's on the way to the title, and I think he gets that title this year. I don't care who he's fighting for, really. Next fight is in the men's 185-pound division. It is the co-main event. We got Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. Robert Whittaker's 24-7, currently sitting at -220, 33 years old, 6 foot with a 73.5-inch reach. Paulo Costa's 14-2, currently sitting at +180. 6'1" with the 72-inch reach. And man, this is going to be a good fight, but I'm taking Robert Whittaker all day. He's the better fighter. He's fought way more. Paulo Costa hasn't looked good in 3.5 years. He had a bad staph infection in his elbow just three months ago when he had to pull out against Hamzat. Just looked terrible against Luke. I'm taking Robert Whittaker. I think Robert Whittaker can beat him standing up. I think he's got better cardio than him, and I think he starts picking him apart in the second and third round. And I like Robert Whittaker to get the win. I don't think he finishes Paulo Costa, because Robert Whittaker has no finishes in the last 7 years. So give me Robert Whittaker by decision, and I'm pretty high on that right there. Last fight is in the men's main event. We got Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilya Topuria. Volkanovski's 26-3, currently sitting at -110, 35 years old, 5'6" with a 71.5-inch reach. Ilya is 14-0, currently sitting at -110, 27 years old, 5'7" with a 69-inch reach. And this is going to be a great fight, folks. No matter who wins, they're going to be in a fight, and it's going to be a really good fight. I am taking Alexander the Great Volkanovski here. I think he's got Topuria covered everywhere other than just straight boxing with some power in the hands. But like, Volkanovski's got excellent boxing himself. We watched him outbox Max 3 times, and that's not easy to do. He can also mix in the leg kicks. He can mix in the grappling. Now, Topuria's got pretty good defensive grappling, and he's got pretty good boxing. He looked really good against Josh Emmett, but Josh Emmett is only a boxer, a 38-year-old boxer that really doesn't throw leg kicks and doesn't wrestle. So, of course, Topuria is going to look good in that fight. They're two dudes boxing. Topuria is younger, hits harder, cleaner hands. But Emmett wasn't offering anything. Then you watch him against Bryce Mitchell, and man, dude, if you start watching the second round, like, Bryce Mitchell was hitting Topuria with some decent shots, and it looked like Topuria was starting to get a little tired, and then he hit Bryce, caught Bryce, and put him out. But we know there's levels between Volkanovski and Bryce Mitchell, man. And I'm just not sold. I just think that Volkanovski, while he's boxing with Topuria, moving around the big cage, is going to be able to land leg kicks. While Topuria is just wanting to box, Volk's going to be mixing in a clinch, wrestling. He's got the greatest cardio. The dude's durable as hell. He did get knocked out 3 months ago by Islam, but that was, it's like a head kick flash knockdown, went down, got finished. He didn't get Michael Johnson or Kamaru Usman. So I think this is going to be a great fight, but I think it's just going to be Volkanovski here. I think he's just a little too well-rounded. We haven't seen Topuria beat anybody really good yet to know that if he beat Bryce Mitchell, good wrestler, really no striking. He beat Josh Emmett, good striking, no wrestling. we haven't seen him fight a dude that has everything, man. And to put him as the favorite over Volkanovski is blasphemy. It's just blasphemy. So give me Volkanovski, man. I'm probably going to bet him. It just depends. I've seen his line went back up to -120, but I'm probably going to bet him. Let me know what you guys think of these shorter videos. You know, my last video is 54 minutes. I give you so much more information, but you get the same pick at the end. This video is 25 minutes. You got all the information, and you got the pick and everything. But tell me which way you guys like it. Man, this shirt's so fresh, dude. Jack Hermanson. I'm going to have to send Jack Hermanson one of these boys. But, man, I appreciate everybody, man, that watches the video, likes, subscribe, does all that stuff. You guys know you're the ones that do it for. So I really appreciate that, man. I hope we kill these bookies this week. In the end, it's us versus these bookies. Don't let these other people like We Want Dicks and just – I don't even want to say it. Just like all these people talk bad on other people. It's us versus the bookies. Let's get this money, man. It's us versus the bookies. That's all. See you guys.